Hey folks, Big Deano here again. This time taking a look at the San Diego Comic-Con 2016 exclusive, Broly, the man beast himself, the legendary Super Saiyan. Yeah, so as I said in the other review of the normal Broly, my buddy over in America got this one for me. I can't imagine how long he waited in the queues to get one for me and one for him. Oh my god. Just thinking about it makes me nauseous, but yeah, very grateful to him for that. He's been getting me all of the SDCC exclusives since I started in the line. Really good guy. Wilvy, you're a good guy. So yeah, this is the SDCC exclusive, and as such, he's a repaint of the existing Broly. First of all, let's take a look at the equally as massive box as the original. So yeah, it's literally the exact same box, just with a different colour, which is strange. Even the premium colour editions had slightly different boxes. So did the SDCC ones. But hey, let's get different pictures, so that's good, I suppose. Instead of a sticker, they've opted to print it on the actual box this time, which is quite good. US exclusive, and you'll notice they're actually calling it the Premium Colour Edition. And there's the blah blah. But up until now, the Premium Colour Edition was reserved for like Vegeta and Trunks and the upcoming Cell, who's a horrible off colour. Don't even get me started on it. But yeah, all of the SDCC ones were either called Special Colour Editions, or I'm remembering this correctly, the Vegeta was original anime colours. Was that right? Probably not, but yo. On the top you've got Broly Legendary Super Saiyan, Premium Colour Edition, they say it twice. Picture on the side of him, and yes, they do actually have Rumb. I've been missing a V there, but it's still there for some bizarre reason. You've got some different pictures. I actually quite like the colour of the green on the box better than the actual figure, but we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, there you go. Tamashii Effect Impact, grey version sold separately. Broly Premium Colour Edition, blah. And on the bottom, you've got the blue fin. Not a sticker this time, because it's a specific box for it. So yeah, enough of the box. Let's get on to Broly, or specifically his accessories first of all. As with the original, he comes with all the same accessories. Well, I say the exact same, they're not. We'll get to that in a second. You've got the stand with the ludicrously oversized yet equally useless holder, and an extra peg to hold these again. Yeah, so at first glance they look identical to the originals. They've even got the weird white sort of speck at one side, but if you notice, there's 4 holes instead of just 1. I have no idea what that's about. Let me just test this real quick, because I have a feeling. Let's see. Yeah, it fits in that one. Does it fit in any of the others? It does. Not as well though. I suspect there's a bit of cost cutting went in there. Yeah. Keep some more holes, reduce on plastic. Not that you'd need to reduce plastic, I mean look at the size of him. You'd need to make him completely hollow to save any money. But yeah, that's a slight difference to the original, which is strange. and the hole is also not as well cut out you see on the original. I doubt you can, because this camera is useless at this range. Anyway, in terms of hands, he comes with the same as before. He's got the blast effect. They've got shading to them this time, which I'll get back to. But you've got the grapping hands. Did I just say grapping? I either meant grappling or gripping, but we'll get to that. Yeah, so still the same so far. And then you come to the faces. This is his smirking face. Looking okay. You'll notice that, unlike the original, they've actually given the top a bit of shading. I don't know if I like that or not. At some angles it looks okay because the hair naturally shades that bit anyway, but if it's well lit, you can really tell that that's just paint. Otherwise they look good. This is the normal face as well. I apologise for the lighting. The lighting usually lights up further back, but because I'm having to stretch and things like that, the light's not perfect. So yeah, in terms of the hair on this guy, instead of the yellow, you now have green with darker green lowlights, and on camera it looks really nice. In hand it looks even better, to be honest. It's not quite correct, but it's closer than the original. Although I do still like the original's yellow with shading. It's a tough one to decide on which one's better, guys, honestly. The skin shading, on the other hand, yeah, they kind of messed that up a bit, let's be honest. This sort of olive green shading on the deeper parts, it looks as if they were going for like sunlight hitting him sort of thing, and his pecs and stuff are so deep and bedded in him because he's the legendary Super Saiyan that it makes its own shadows. But I don't know, I prefer the skin tone of the original, honestly. But hey, it's an exclusive, it'll do. In terms of other shading, the only real difference is the legs. Whereas the original had white with blue, this one's white with really extreme grey, sort of almost dirty look to it. Again, I kind of prefer the original, but it's still nice. Yeah. In terms of articulation, you'll notice I'm having a bit more trouble standing this guy up. That's kind of like a problem with most of the SDCC figures. Because they're reusing the moulds, and Tamashi doesn't want to thing me out to get them properly recasted and things like that, they tend to suffer a bit from mould degradation. And Broly in particular kind of does suffer from that. In terms of the head, it's okay, but you can see it's a bit floppy. It really is. It's just the exact same way of changing that. I won't be changing the hands or anything on this guy. There's no point. You've already seen it. But yeah, the waist is quite loose as well. The arms, after having just reviewed the other one, they feel more loose. The biceps are tighter. They are actually tighter. The double jointed elbows are fine. However, you will notice that this one's either not been put in completely perfectly, or it's more mould degradation, but it catches on the edge of the bicep piece. So yeah, exact same on the hands, they're nice and tight. I don't know how this gold's going to hold up compared to the originals. It might still paint flake, I don't know. He's got the waist articulation, which is still a bit loose, but it doesn't really affect anything. The legs are the worst. You can actually see, if I sort of just touch them a little, they move a lot easier than the originals. But he does have double jointed knees, pull down hips, and the feet are really tight compared to the originals. So they do hold up a bit better. But the legs on this guy give way a bit more than the original does. So yeah, not any issues big enough to cause a problem, but he is a bit more finicky than the original. Now, to finish this off, let's have a quick look at the original. And yeah, just reposing this guy, sorry, off camera, I noticed that, yes, his hands are even a bit tighter than the SDCC's, but what are you going to do? Let's get this guy in the same pose. And yeah, there we go. Put them in the middle. There we go. So, this is the original on the right, and the SDCC on the left. So yeah, there's plus and minuses for both of them. Plus on this guy is obviously skin tone and the trousers. Plus points for this guy is definitely the hair. Although, as I said before, I quite like the original hair as well. See, what I'm noticing is the SDCC figure has the skin tone and everything of Broly in movie 10, where he comes back and attacks adult Gohan and Goten and Trunks and all that, where he had the yellow hair from this figure. So, yeah, really, this hair should be on that body and vice versa, and you would probably have the perfect Broly for both movies. But it's kind of weird the way it's went. This one has more of a normal skin tone, this one has the more accurate hair colour. So yeah, as I said, the major differences are, well, I suppose, now that I'm looking at them side by side, this one's belt is lighter here, but darker here, and this one has more shading down here and less up here. So, quite strange. Yeah, you can actually see it on camera now that I think about it. This one's a lot lighter. Yeah, there's definitely plus and minuses for both guys, but they're both worth a pickup. This guy will obviously skyrocket in price a lot quicker than this guy. He's been out for a year, maybe two at this point, and he's about the £100 mark. This guy is only just out and he's already surpassed the price of him. So yeah, if you're going to make up your mind on getting a Broly figure, I would make your mind up quick, or else you're going to be stuck with this one, and you're going to be forever wondering if this guy was worth it at the time. So yeah guys, that will do it for this review. So until next time, I'll see y'all later.